Um, I just saw one vision of I think I saw myself. I think I was on my knees. I was kind of bowed like this, with my head down, my arms spread out in both directions, and the only thing I saw was that there was someone, I couldn't see who it was, that was pouring a fountain or just pouring water directly on the back of my neck, which was facing upwards as my face was facing down. And what took place was these four almost fountains that came off of my neck as the water was being poured off of it. One fountain was going down my back, another fountain was coming off of my head like this, and then the two other fountains were coming off in this direction. So it was really just interesting image of this one source of water that was landing on the back of my neck where my head connects to my spine, obviously, and these four fountains coming off really in the shape of I don't think it was supposed to particularly resemble the shape, I'm not sure, but almost like in the shape of a cross, because it was those four.
It is a cross.
Yeah.
It's a cross.
Yeah.
Before you mentioned the idea of cross came to this.
But the interesting part about this vision is it wasn't even just an image, really. It was like I saw that happening almost for like a really long time, almost like it wasn't just like an instantaneous image of that taking place. I saw it being poured, and it was continuing to be poured for like an extended amount of time. And that's all I saw in that vision.
Understanding from your part?
Not particularly. Just the only thing that comes to mind is like the significance and the meaning of water as it usually has, especially as it's coupled with the cross. There's a sense of purification or sanctification in some way. But that's really as far as
word for you. I don't normally do this, but the Lord said, as long as you yield, my blessing will always overflow.
Yeah.
I think the posture is very important. Yield to. And man's head down, he don't see where things came from, or you don't want to know, basically. As long as the only thing you need to know is you yield. It's perfect picture for sound life, the yield. Not yield without knowledge, understanding, with puzzled heart per se. So intellectual man like you and I believe Jesus and Paul, Peter are the same. I'm not saying Jesus may be different. We're resourceful people. We like to know things. We're curious and busy with many things. Only one thing you need to be busy is it's very hard thing actually to really get busy, which concentrate on, is to know how to yield as a son. Yield the son, don't imagine someday I'm gonna lead a revival. Or something gonna die for the Lord. Or something I can change a nation. Maybe not. That's not up to you. I think your full capacity, full ability to do is to fully yield to the Father's living will. And then everything, what he wants to, he will do what he wants to do. So. It's so contrary to the Christianity we have. We always have dry. Where that dry came from, we don't really know. We try to attach to God. That's attached to certain experiences. Oh, God told me to do this, told me to do that. He must have. Yes, God told you to do it, but he didn't tell you to go ahead and do it yourself. So. when you yield to me, then everything I can do through you. So it's simple, but it's the most difficult thing for for strong will like you and I will. I mean, sorry, maybe not you, but I know how strong will or resource by my mind can be. You know, so my mind is curious about many things. I learned discipline. You know, I learned to restrain it. I learned not how the curiosities to overtake the fundamentals. You know, so it doesn't mean it's bad or sinful per se. Actually, it's sometimes very helpful, very interesting how it can work like that. You know, I have the idea. I'm going to let it go. So, if you
We're
from
gonna head to the car, so we'll see you later soon.
no way, we don't.